So if you have gotten every refining stone from quest and you received I think 13 stones from last week's arena assault, then you will have 200 stones that you can turn into 200 divine dew. This means people can upgrade legendary weapons for heroes like Ephraim. Now I'm going to showcase a unique interaction Ephraim's Siegmund special upgrade has with the B skill Windsweep. So the special variant of Siegmund gives Ephraim a guaranteed follow-up attack when he initiates combat and is above 90% HP. Windsweep disables a unit's follow-up attacks when they initiate, so in almost every case you would only get one hit in when using Windsweep. Now to preference this interaction with the new Siegmund, you could get 2 hits and prevent the enemy's counterattack if you use Windsweep with an Assassin's Bow, which guarantees a follow-up against dagger units. Siegmund can do the same thing, and this is because Siegmund's guaranteed follow-up effect cancels out Windsweep's no follow-up attacks effect. Since they cancel, now follow-up attacks can be made, but they are dependent on having 5 more speed than your opponent, just like in normal scenarios. If you want to use Windsweep to get doubles and disable enemy counterattacks, you will need to buff up Ephraim's terrible base 25 speed by ridiculous amounts. This is an example build I am using, and I really only recommend even trying this out with a plus speed Ephraim. You just want as much speed as possible when initiating, so Darting Blow and the speed plus 3 Sacred Seal aim to do that. You will also want ally speed buffs or spurs to help out. Please don't take this as me saying this is a new OP build. It seriously is probably terrible, although it does showcase a very powerful how very powerful Windsweep can be. Alright, so normally as long as you have 1 more speed than your opponent, then you will disable their ability to counterattack, at least for physical damaging weapon types, assuming you have Windsweep 3. Here Ephraim outspeeds Alm by exactly 1 point and just gets the normal interaction you expect. In this next clip, Black Knight only has 34 speed, and Ephraim is getting buffed by a ridiculous amount and has way more than 39 speed needed to double. You can see that Ephraim will be able to double attack, and the Black Knight cannot even counterattack back. So in melee matchups, this interaction turns Siegmund into a sort of Brave Lance with 16 might if you can get the 5 more speed than your enemy. The main drawback is that Ephraim no longer guarantees doubles against melee or ranged units since Windsweep disables the initial follow-up attack. He will need to outspeed them to double them, and that's not completely reliable. You won't get hit back using Windsweep, but the plain ability to automatically double units is so strong on the player phase that it really isn't worth to gimp that. It also makes his enemy phase weaker since you will need to use Windsweep instead of something like Quick Riposte, and you are investing heavily into Ephraim's speed stat, which is one of his lowest starting stats. One positive is that you can negate Vantage thanks to Windsweep and get doubles on slower units like Hector who may have Vantage and Bonfire primed, like in this clip. This is just a fun video I wanted to make. I really don't think Ephraim benefits that much from running this setup. You sacrifice a lot of reliability for a gimmicky trick that you have to admit is pretty impressive. I will be putting out a full video about Siegmund's upgrades and some potential new builds you can try out. If you weren't aware, Siegmund's description was corrected, and this correction really makes him strong on the player phase. I will talk about it more in the next video, so please look forward to that. I hope you guys enjoyed because I sacrificed a 4-star Joshua to make this video. So, I'll see you guys in the next video.